I finished it. It's nearly midnight. It's time I went to bed, I think. But I'm very pleased that I finished that. That was very enjoyable. A challenge, but very enjoyable. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Lee and Brendan have gone to work. Kenzie is awake and ready to start his schoolwork. I am awake. Kenzie has bought me a cup of tea. And at some point I will get up and go for a run, but I might not do that for about an hour or so. It's still darkish out there and I'm feeling lazy. Yes, I am. I might go back to sleep for a bit. I have washed everything that has arrived from Asda, but I'm going to just give you a quick shopping haul while we're here with prices before I put it all away. So we've got chicken breasts, chicken thighs, free range, 3 for £10 there. We've got 2 of these. They were £3.60 for the 2. Those are southern fried chicken breast fillet burgers. Then I've got some vegetable pakoras and onion bhajis. They were £1 each. The bread came to 98 pence, but that was for both loaves. Chicken tonight, honey and mustard sauce, £1. A huge, great big bag of fusilli, which is a 3 kilogram bag, is £2.51. Frozen chicken bites, £2.50. Roast potatoes, 70p. 2 kitchen rolls, 99p for the pack of 2. Rice Krispies. Couldn't find it on my list. £2 for the kitchen foil, £1.50 for some free from Yorkshire puddings, 90p for a pack of green beans, 50p for a broccoli, 49p I believe, yes, for the cucumber, 98p for a bunch of bananas. These were £1, but I took them out of the wrapper, so I didn't have to wash the wrapper. So those are Romani hearts, something like that. Red pepper hummus, 90p. 4 of these bread sauce mixes came to £2. Did I say crunchy nut cornflakes, £2.89? Garlic mushrooms, £2.25. 39p each for a bottle of bleach. Gala apples, £2.40. Those are each, I believe. £1.70. Was that each or is that for both? I can't remember whether that's each or for both for the low-fat fruit berry yogurts. £2.49 for a pack of grated cheddar. 90p for mushrooms. I get the big mushrooms because I'll never get through all the small mushrooms, but I do enjoy mushrooms. A block of mature cheddar, £3.70, Asda's own brand. 4 large Scotch eggs, £1.84. Kenzie loves Scotch eggs. Some mini savoury eggs, again he likes those, they were £1. £2.70 for a pack of Lurpak. 29p for a pack of paracetamol. And 80p for 2 lemons. There we have it. I will put the total price of all of this up in the corner for you. It's just gone 12. I've had a bath. I didn't bother washing my hair. I did it yesterday, and even though I ran, it can last a couple of days. I'm not that bothered. Asda have just been, as you saw, I've done an Asda haul, and as you've seen, I have washed all the shopping. So that's all done and put away. I'm starting work at 2, so I've got just under 2 hours. I'm going to go and start a new puzzle because I finished the bird puzzle. I'm going to do a life cycle puzzle, or something like life cycle puzzle I think it's called. That's 1,000 piece. So I'm going to go and start that. I didn't do very well on my run. I think I've probably done about 2.5 miles. I felt good when I left, but I struggled, and my groin here, this bit here, started hurting, and the pain didn't stop. In fact, the pain just got worse and worse and worse. So yeah, I did just over a mile out and I'm just over a mile back, but it's better than nothing. But yeah, I feel quite disappointed really that I didn't do my usual distance. A bit frustrating, but it's still exercise. It's better than nothing. Better than nothing. I'm going to go and sit and do this puzzle now and drink my tea and relax before I start work. I've done dusting, so I've done a few things that needed to be done. I decided to give up on that Tree of Life puzzle. There was a lot of white around the edge, so that would have been a nightmare. There was a lot of white in general, yeah. And they weren't clear shapes like this. There were some really random pieces. So you didn't even know if all the edges were edges. So I'm moving on to this puzzle, but I seem to have lost my corners. I've got one here and one here, which makes me think I might have missed a few in there. Look, see, there's an edge piece. I get a bit slapdash with my edge hunting, and then I miss a load. That's what I'm doing now. Oh, there's one. Not a corner, but an edge piece. 2:45 and I'm having a late lunch stroke early dinner. Gone back to my rice, veg, cheese and mayo. Here we are, my little wildlife puzzle. That's the one I'm doing. It is just gone 7 in the evening. I've had Malone and Christopher for 3 hours this afternoon. That went very well. They played beautifully together for the whole time. That was great. So tomorrow, oh excuse me, doing a 9 till 3. but I've got 6 children. So it'll be exhausting for the period of time I'm doing it, but it's not a long day, so that's good. I still haven't got round to filming that editing video. I was going to do it today and I haven't done it, but I will do it, that phone editing video. So I will do that and then get that video up. I'm doing another Q&A either Friday or at the weekend. So if you have any questions you haven't yet asked, please put them in the comments and I can answer them. I do have a little bit of paper about that big with questions on. So I should be able to get another couple of Q&A sessions out of that. I have just spent probably the best part of an hour and a bit on the phone to a friend of mine who I haven't seen since the beginning of November when we did the mini lockdown. I saw her the day before the mini lockdown in November, and yeah, a lot's happened. She's gone through a separation and things are always just difficult. So yeah, I hadn't caught up with her and I have now, which is good because she's a good friend and I feel bad when we haven't contacted each other. But as it was, she had changed her number and hadn't actually told me. She'd changed her number once and told me. And then I was messaging her and nothing was coming back. So I messaged her via Facebook and she was like, no, I haven't. You've got my new number. And then she was like, hold on a minute. No, I did. I got a contract phone. So that's why I wasn't getting through to her. When in doubt, use Facebook, right? So yes, now we have each other's, well, I have her number again. She's like, I've got your number in my phone. I don't understand. I'm like, yeah, but I don't have yours. So that was why we had lost contact for the past month and a bit. But yeah, we've just had a really good natter and a catch up and that's been brilliant. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this now. I'm going to make a cup of tea, take the tea up and go and hang out with my man who I've barely seen actually since he got in because I was working and then I was talking. So I'm going to go and hang out with him for a bit and read my book maybe. Oh, I was saying to you a week ago, that the Andrew Taylor books, the Lidl series, crime series that I recommend you read if you're into crime, set in the 40s, just after the war. I had 2 more books to read that I hadn't actually got. And my mum thought she'd given them to me and they weren't in the bag. And I was like, no. Anyway, when I was looking through the wardrobe earlier on, I found a box that she must have given me at some point that I just put in the bottom of the wardrobe and it's got loads of books in it. And the 2 books that we were looking for that she's read and thought she'd passed on to me were actually in there. So when I finish this Andrew Taylor one that I'm reading, I will read the next 2 from the Lidl series. And what I will do is I'll go up in the loft tomorrow probably and get the whole series of books out and show you the series because they are very good books. I do enjoy them. And I quite like this kind of historically looking back at the way people were back in the 40s because it doesn't feel like it. I mean, it's obviously before my time and it's, wow, actually, 80 years ago? So well before my time. But it seems like modern history. It doesn't feel like it's, Victorians or anything like that. But actually, the way people talk and the expectations of women and the expectations of men, and it's very different. It is very different. And it's quite interesting to read with that in mind. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow.